Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it is Paydirt review time. Now for the entire month of April, I am going to be reviewing nothing but eBay sellers. With everyone being stuck at home, a lot of people are just going to be searching eBay, trying to find some new Paydirt, some cheap Paydirt, something to tide them over while they're stuck at home. So I figured I would review some of the cheapest bags of Paydirt you could possibly buy on eBay. And to start off, we have a bag from 1stuner510 on eBay. This is a 1 ounce bag of Paydirt, and it was the absolute cheapest bag of Paydirt I could find on eBay. So I'm going to be really interesting to see what we find in there. But the only way to do that is to classify this down, pan it out, and that's what we're going to get to. But let's just flash up the description first. Well, as you saw, not a lot of details in the description, but it does have some. And one of the key ones in this description that I found was that it says that all pictures in the ad were realistic. And I will actually flash up some of the pictures that he uses in his eBay description so you can see them yourself. So I'm going to flash some up right here. Now, as you saw, all of those pictures had about 10 to 15 pieces of gold in them. So I'm hoping to find probably 8 to 10 pieces of gold, 8 to 12, somewhere around there. I don't know how big they're going to be. You can never tell what size pan somebody's using. They could be using a 4-inch pan, an 8-inch pan, a Garrett huge super sluice to show off their gold, but you don't really know. But we're going to find out. I will say a couple things too. It does come with a description, a very detailed description on how to pan out Paydirt, which is always really good. It doesn't really cost that much to add that in a bag of Paydirt. Especially it's good for small bags like this because probably 90% of people that are going to buy this have never panned out Paydirt before. And this is going to be something that they're going to buy without spending a lot of money. But let's weigh it up and see if it's the 1 ounce it's supposed to be. And it is 1.0455 ounces. So it is the ounce that was guaranteed to be. I am not going to classify this down. It's not going to be worth it. I am going to open it up and see. Look at the gold. And then we're just going to pan this straight out. So there you go. 1 ounce of Paydirt. I'm really going to be curious if I find how much gold I find in there. Based on the pictures, like I said, I should find somewhere between 8 to 15 pieces. I'm going to guess it's going to be on the lower end because he doesn't state you're guaranteed to find the most, but he says it is a realistic of what you should find. So we're just going to get right to the panning and find out what kind of gold we get. So be right back. But almost forgot the magnet. Might as well check this for the magnet. It's a little bit of material, so I didn't even think about it. But we're going to see. Actually, decent amount of magnetite in here considering this is a 1 ounce bag. There's a lot of bigger bags that don't have this much in there. So, decent amount. It would actually be a little bit challenging maybe for a beginner. But we're going to find out. Let's go pan this out. So, have my water all set up. I have my finishing pan. Since this isn't a lot of material, I'm just going to go all at once. So, let's just listen to some music since you didn't get to listen any during the classification. Since I didn't classify it. So let's listen to some music and just pan out this 1 ounce of material and see what kind of gold we get. finished panning out the pay dirt as you saw, and I have to say it was really easy pay dirt to go through. There was only an ounce of it, but one thing that really surprised me, it had a lot of organics in it. Luckily, the organics all pretty much sank down to the bottom of the pan, so it didn't cause a lot of trouble, but it was really surprising for an only ounce of material to have that much organics in it. But let's just get right to the gold I found. And there you go. It's right around, it's 8 pieces total, 3, 4 that you can actually probably weigh up. The other ones are all really fine gold, so didn't get my 12 that I thought I would, or my 10 to 12 that I thought I would, but let's just weigh this up, see what I did get total-wise. Don't want to weigh it up in ounces. Wouldn't even budge the scale. Well, there you go. 0.020 grams of gold. So I'm going to be right back with my ROI and my review. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, and let's get right to it. This again was from 1stuner510, an eBay seller. It was a 1 ounce bag. It had no guaranteed amount of gold, but it does state you will find gold. In fact, it states this: unlike other pay dirt, the pictures we show are realistic and reflective of the gold you should expect to receive. Now, there's a reason I'm telling you why it says that, and I'll get to that in a minute. But for the cost on this bag, it's $5. Shipping was free, so total cost right here, $5. Gold recovered, 0.020. Gold spot on the day this was received was $51.94, making this gold's value worth $1.04, making my ROI 21%, or on my scale, a 2.1. So not horrible. I didn't really expect a really high ROI on a $5 bag. I knew with shipping and eBay costs, there was only about $3.25 to $3.50 left over for the seller, and I do expect them to make money. Obviously, he made about a little bit over $2 on this bag of pay dirt, which isn't, again, horrible. It's a 20% ROI off a $5 bag. I'm not really going to complain about that. It's what you probably would expect, maybe 25%, maybe, I don't know. Now, for fun factor, I'm only giving it a 2. It's a $5 bag of pay dirt. You know, it's going to take you 10 seconds to pan out. If you've never panned anything out before, it might be fun. But if you've ever panned out some pay dirt, it's just going to be 10 seconds of, okay, that was $5. So for fun factor, I'm only giving it a 2. Now for pay dirt description, I'm giving him a 6. He's got some information in there, but some of it I'm not so sure about, especially things like where he states that you'll find the same amount of gold or a realistic and reflective amount of gold based on the pictures. And, you know, I'm still confused about that, but for pay dirt description, I'm going to give him a 6. Now for pay dirt quantity and packaging, he's getting a 9. 10 for the quantity and an 8 for packaging. It was pretty well packed for a $5 bag of pay dirt. It was in like a mini Ziploc bag stuffed inside of a heavy Mylar cardstock protector. So it's pretty good protection. So for that, he's getting a 9. Now here's where this pay dirt really just goes down. For customer service and shipping, he's only getting a 5. Now for shipping, he's getting a 10. It's shipped out fairly quickly. But for customer service, he's getting a 0. Now, I get a lot of times people will tell me in my reviews that the customer service and shipping is pretty much a gimme and people are getting 1 point. Well, here's one of those cases where customer service really comes into play, because this score would be a lot higher if they didn't have just such horrible customer service with this company. Now, here's what happened. After I saw this gold, I figured, okay, I'm going to email them just to ask them a little bit more information about that sentence I described to you before, and I'll repeat it to you now. Unlike other pay dirt, the pictures we show are realistic and reflective of the gold you should expect to receive. Now, I will flash up one of the pictures right here. Now, in that picture, and I looked at these pictures really carefully when I purchased this pay dirt, there is about 15 pieces of gold in that picture, and I've got 8. Probably 2 of them you probably wouldn't be able to see in any picture because they are flower gold. The other 6 are, you might be able to pick out 3 or 4 of them in the picture if you really blew it up. So in reality, the only gold you would see in any picture would be 6 pieces. So I emailed him and asked him for some clarification. And here's the email I sent him. I just panned out the paydirt I purchased from you and a little confused. In your description, you state, unlike other paydirt, the pictures we show are realistic and reflective of the gold you should expect to receive. Yet I only found 6 pieces of gold, and in all the pictures you have posted, there is at least 10 to 15 pieces. So did you just mean the gold I found would look similar to that gold and not the quantity? Just a confused panner. Thank you for your time. Now, obviously, anybody can word something and it can mean different things to other people. So after I found the gold, I looked more at the description, and he could have meant, if you look at the pictures I showed you before, you will see that all of the gold in those pictures is really, really flat, paper thin gold, which is exactly like this. So I thought, well, maybe he meant the gold would look like that, it would all be really flat, and it wasn't necessarily the quantity. So I emailed him the letter I just told you, and here's the wonderful reply I got. The gold is added by weight. Some will have more pieces, but smaller. If you only found 6 pieces, you probably missed all the smaller stuff. $5? You want a nugget? So that kind of ticked me off. First off, I was really polite and nice in my question. I just asked him if there was a certain way he added gold into here. So that pretty much just sealed the deal for me with customer service. I didn't ask for a nugget. I didn't ask for anything else like that. I just wanted some clarification about one little sentence he put in his description, and he gets a really nasty attitude in my opinion. So I emailed him back. I assure you I missed nothing, and no, I did not expect a nugget for $5, but I don't appreciate the attitude. I was simply trying to get clarification to the sentence in your description. Your reply says you add by weight. So what's the weight added? I figured, okay, now he doesn't obviously want to tell me how many pieces of gold I should find in there, but let me see if I can find how much weight is in there. And I also told him I didn't like his attitude, which I didn't. And here's his last reply to me. Have you ever bought any other paydirt? Well, I have, and most times you get 0 gold. My listing is the cheapest paydirt available. Sorry you didn't get rich. I'm an honest seller and don't need the hassle. Well, neither do I. I won't purchase from you ever again. How about that? There is a lot of companies that I have gotten horrible ROIs from, and I have purchased from them again. This will be one company I will never, ever purchase from again, no matter what, for any review. I don't need the hassle either. I was just asking some simple questions very politely, and instead I got an attitude, and he essentially put words in my mouth. I never once asked him if I was going to find a nugget, and I never once asked him if I was going to get rich off this paydirt. If you can't be nice to your buyers, don't sell anything. That's just simple as that. So for customer service and shipping, he's only getting a 5. And if I could deduct more points, I would, just because I'm just not a fan of people that give horrible customer service. It's the absolute easiest thing you can do. I mean, it's much easier than just adding a description to a website. All you have to do is be polite and nice. And he couldn't do that, so he's getting a 5 for that. So total score right here for 1stuner510 eBay sellers $5 1 ounce bag is a 4.8. So I'm definitely never going to be purchasing this bag or any other bag from him again. But if you just want to buy a $5 bag of paydirt and get a 20% ROI, this is the one for you. I will put links below, but let's just flash up the score right here. Now for today's 24 karat gold plated winner, that's going to go to Joel Green. So Joel Green, make sure you email me so I can send this off to you. And to everyone else, thanks for watching, happy panning, and if you're not already a subscriber, hit the subscribe button below.